Hi everyone. In this session, I'm going to briefly explain the uh, justice and righteousness,
God.
and as the people of God. I mean, as the people of covenant. Okay, in the Old Testament, especially in the Israel made a covenant with God. That's why they are called covenant people. So covenant people, they were given 10 commandments and 613 regulations. So that's why the covenant people means that they have to keep this law. They have to observe this law because their king Adonai God gave them this commandment. By doing this, Adonai God is ruling over Israel, and then Israel is worshiping, is serving God by keeping covenant, right? But we say many times, we say keeping covenant, breaking covenant. What does it mean? Okay, so how can you apply this, right? Yeah. Okay. First thing I explained as the covenant people. So in the Old Testament, okay, you have to keep 10 commandments and 613 regulations. But in the New Testament, so we don't say anymore the law.
Yeah.
But because the New Testament writers say gospel. Okay, gospel is actually new covenant law. For example, if you see the chapter 5 of Gospel of Matthew, Jesus redefined the law. Blessed is the one who, like that, who blessed those who are poor in spirit. Okay, and the kingdom of God is theirs, right? Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So totally different definition Jesus Christ gave, and then he explained again about like committing adultery, and some very important like commandment of the Old Testament. Jesus reinterpreted. Okay, then his reinterpretation became new covenant law. That is gospel. You understand? Yes. Anyway, so but right now we are learning the Old Testament. So we are focusing on the covenant people Israel, and then we have to understand. Okay, what does it mean by observing the covenant law, keeping the covenant law? Two things, very important. First one, you should not worship idols or other gods. First one, okay? You should not worship any other gods, right? Second one, okay? You should practice justice and righteousness. If I add one more thing, then mercy of God, Hesed. Okay? Okay, as the people of God, Israel, okay, as the covenant people, they should keep the covenant, which means two important things. Number one is they should not worship any other gods, right? They should not make any other, like idol images, okay? Because only Adonai is the king, right? Adonai Be, okay? Adonai Be is their king. Second one, because they are the people of God, okay? The king's people, Adonai's people should reflect the character of God, Adonai God. What is the character of God? I told you like 6 or 5 characters of God: mercy,
mercy,
faithfulness,
Love.
justice, righteousness, holiness, and goodness. Okay? Love is mercy together. Okay?
Yeah.
Mercy is a little bigger concept of than love. Okay?
Yeah.
So, as the people of God, as the covenant people, Israel should, okay, practice the character of God in their life. Especially the Old Testament writers focused on justice and righteousness. Of course, in the case of Hosea, Prophet Hosea, he focused on mercy, Hesed. Okay? One of the reasons for Israel to be destroyed is because they don't practice Hesed, mercy of God. Okay? But many other Old Testament writers focus on justice and righteousness. Then we have to know the exact concept of justice and righteousness. Then I'll give you not the definition of justice, but I'll give you just example. Okay? Understand? Can I raise
yeah,
this
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have to know this one. Righteousness first. Righteousness. First case. Okay? I'll teach you the negative sense. What does it mean by breaking righteousness, right? For example, the rich people oppress the poor or the weak. This is breaking righteousness. Understand?
Yes.
So then you will easily understand. Then what does it mean by keeping righteousness? Means that the rich people do not oppress. Okay? Do not oppress the poor people, the weak people. Okay? Understand? But in the history of Israel, the rich people, the social leader, political leader, army leader, they oppress the poor people. Okay? God, according to the covenant law, God commanded Israel, you should help. Okay? You should enjoy the festivals. Festival of Passover, festival of the Pentecost and Tabernacle. You should enjoy with together. And also you should keep the grain, okay, in the field, so that don't harvest all. You should leave some grain for the poor people. Then poor people can come and then harvest it. Okay, that way. Then if you keep this one, then you keep justice. You keep righteousness. You understand? Second case about righteousness. You cheat. Now I'm explaining breaking righteousness, okay?
Yes.
So if you, the dealer, businessman, Busine, businessman deceive the customer, that is unrighteousness, okay? Understand? For example, you go to the market, okay, you should buy gobi, okay? Gobi. But for example, you are the dealer, you bought it, okay, one head of gobi, cabbage, it's like 1,000 tatang, but you said it, tatang. You bought it at 1,000 jat, and you said it 10,000 jat. Wow, right? You deceive that way. Where you are using two different scale, right?
Yeah.
To deceive the customer. You understand?
Yeah.
Businessman deceive the customer. Okay? You understand? Okay? That way. That is breaking righteousness. So if you do not deceive customer as a merchant, you are keeping righteousness. But though you are a rich person, If you do not oppress the poor people, but help them, you keep righteousness. You understand?
Yes.
And how about justice? Justice is a little different. Justice. Justice. Justice is about the court, about concerning legal thing, legal matter, about law at the court. Okay? At the court.
전기 이거 엄청 비싼 건데
알았어, 그럴게. 예.
필요한 사람 가져가요.
Okay. At the court.
CCTV.
Concerning matter at the court. So, big example. So at the court, there is a judge, right? Judge. God said about the covenant law, in covenant law, God said, you should not take bribe. Not taking bribe. Judge should not take bribe, because if he takes bribe, then he will announce that the criminal, oh, you are not guilty, like that. Okay? Those who commit crime, he will announce, no, you are not guilty, like that. Okay? And then usually, usually the poor people cannot give bribe to the judge. That's why always they lose at the court. Okay? They are called, right? Okay, you are the judge. They call them. You are guilty, like that. Okay? This is just injustice. Okay? That's this way they broke justice. You understand?
Yes.
Now the concept, you understand?
Yes.
Righteousness, two cases. As a merchant, okay? Do not deceive, okay? Second one, the rich people should not, right? Oppress, okay? Oppress or persecute the poor people. And justice, the judge should not take bribe. And the rich person who committed crime should not give bribe, right? That's justice. Okay, then how can you apply? For example, if you are a church member, not many cases about justice. If in your if there is a lawyer, okay, or judge, you should teach them not to take bribe. You understand? But I know some Christian lawyers, judge, they take bribe because that is trend, or everybody does like that. You understand? But it is, they think it will be no problem, but it is a big sin. Okay? Taking bribe, but on Sunday, okay, Lord Jesus Christ, I praise your name. God never accept. But even Christian judge, Christian lawyer do not understand, do not know about this because they have never learned this one. You understand? No pastors taught about this. That's why no church members know about this fact. So you should teach this one. Okay? We better live poor life than taking bribe. Understand? There is a big sin. Okay? There is the sin of idol worship. Because usually Baal worshippers, right? Asherah worshippers, they at the court, they always give bribe and take bribe. Give and take. Do you understand? That's why they never practice justice. That's why God destroyed them. Understand? You know, the nations, the entire world, the justice and righteousness are never practiced. That's why the main reason for them to be destroyed by God is that breaking justice and righteousness of God. You understand? And then about righteous, if you apply this one, preach about righteousness, okay? Many rich people, for example, here, for example, contractor, right? House construction, apartment, okay? Construction, there's a contractor. He get a lot of money, and then he hire, right, daily laborers. Yes or no?
Yes.
And then, though he got a lot of money from the owner of house, right? But take very little, give very little to the laborer, and use very low quality laborer. You understand?
Yeah.
That one.
Yes, righteousness.
Or another case, for example, you are the company boss,
Yeah.
right? Then you have to hire worker, regular worker, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Regular worker. But the boss of the company do not hire regular worker, because if he hires regular worker, it takes a lot of money. That's why he hires part-time worker only. You understand? Understand the situation? Part-time, because you don't want to give them full salary,
Yeah.
like half salary or 60-70% salary, like that. You understand?
I do.
And but for example, in Korea, in America, especially if you are a boss and then hiring employee workers for the company, then you need to pay for them insurance, medical insurance,
Life
oh,
insurance.
life insurance, something like that, like this things. You have to cover, have to pay at least 50%. You understand? If you are a regular worker, do like that. But that's why they try not to employ regular worker, but like temporary worker, part-time worker. Then you don't have to pay for them, right? Insurance. Understand? That is breaking righteousness. You understand? That is oppressing the poor people. And also, it's like sometimes, okay, you as a labor, daily worker, if you work here, usually like, I heard, 20,000 job they get.
One day.
Yeah, one day.
One day.
Yeah, but okay, if you pay. But some cases do not pay like that, okay? Or pay late, next day or late, like 2-3 days later. That way, you break righteousness. Understand? And also as a businessman and women, right? They're working at the Z market, okay? Selling, they must be righteous, okay? They should not use two different scales. They should not deceive. They should not cheat the customers, okay? They should not get too much money. No, okay? If you buy, okay, one cabbage, like 100 job, you sell like 110 or 120. Okay, that'll be okay. But if there's a 150 or 200,
100.
yeah, it is unrighteousness. Okay? So there are so many cases. Understand? For example, your friend came to you. Oh, friend, I need money urgently. So please lend me some money. Okay, and you borrow, and he leave. No more showing up again. That is unrighteousness. Understand? Many cases. Yeah, there are so many cases. That's why. Okay, then one thing you have to understand is that this injustice and unrighteousness is the life of Canaanite people, Babylonian people, Egyptian people, Assyrian people who are worshipping idols. Do you understand? Adonai King, our God, God of Israel, is different. Okay? Therefore, the people of Israel should be different from Canaanite people, from Egyptian people, from Babylonian people. That's why Israel is asked to keep justice and righteousness of God. Because they are the people of God. You understand? Okay? This is very important lesson for us. Okay, not only in the Old Testament, until now, very important. Because in churches, in contemporary churches internationally, these are not emphasized. Only believing in Jesus, only spiritual thing, right? Coming to church, giving tithe, giving offerings to God, pray hard, evangelize. Of course, evangelize is important, but it's only spiritual thing. No. Spiritual thing plus our life should be based on the covenant law. Okay? We should practice love of God, mercy. We should practice justice, okay, of God. We should practice righteousness of God. Okay? Understand?
Yeah.
Any question?
시도.
Yes.
Ano, din mo iba. Sido. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.